What's up, concert acts? Johnny Kinswater here with another rock festival lineup. The Rock USA Festival lineup dropped today. That's a big festival that takes place every year in Wisconsin. And this lineup this year is stacked, just like their lineups in the past usually are. This year's event is taking place July 18th through the 20th. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I'll just get right into the list. And this one breaks it down day by day. So we'll start on Thursday. Headliner, Five Finger Death Punch. Always a solid pick for a festival. They played Rocklahoma quite frequently, Rock on the Range. They frequent the festival circuit, and that's because they are a fun live show. When they're not doing festivals, they tour and play arenas all over the country. And so the fact that they can hold it together, people give them shit because their music is formulaic, or maybe they don't like their music, whatever. But they sell a lot of tickets, and they're a very high profile band, and I happen to love them, if you can't tell. So good pick. People complain too because of how frequently they do the festival circuit and headline. But my answer to that, whenever someone complains about, oh, it's the same if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They put on a fun show every single time, and they change it up too because they release an album about every other year, it seems like, and new singles all the time. So it's refreshing. They refresh the music. They refresh the set. They do a whole bunch of stuff every single time. There's some things that they keep. Like they still bring all the kids up on stage. Some aspects of the show stay the same, but you're hearing different songs and stuff, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Good pick for a headliner, especially the opening night. Also playing that day, Breaking Benjamin, who just did a co-headliner with Five Finger Death Punch last year. 3 Days Grace, who's currently on tour with Disturbed. They're going to hit the festival circuit as well. Asking Alexandria, I Prevail, Between the Buried and Me, Bad Wolves, and From Ashes to New. It's about all the names that I know on that day, and those are all solid picks. I gush about Bad Wolves all the time if you watch my video, and it's because I love Tommy Vext. I think he did an excellent job filling in for Ivan in Five Finger Death Punch when he had to do that, and I think that has brought him and Bad Wolves a shit ton of success that they might have found without that, but it definitely gave them a kick. And their album Disobey last year was my favorite album that came out, and obviously with hits like Hear Me Now and their Zombie cover, that's a solid pick for a festival. And I think they're going to be one of these bands that sticks around, especially on the festival circuits, and we're just going to see them moving up the bills every year. Asking Alexandria on tour right now with Papa Roach and Shinedown. That's a pretty solid get. They're probably going to be hitting a lot of festivals because they usually pop up on a couple of them every year. They kind of alternate which ones they do. Friday headliner, Rob Zombie, and with Marilyn Manson. Marilyn Manson's not a headliner. It's not a co-headlining thing, but they're playing together on the same day, and I think that's pretty fucking cool because they toured together last year, the Twins of Evil tour, and that was a huge success, and apparently it went off very well. There was some concern because they tried doing that in the past and it didn't work out too well. Egos got in the way. Who knows what the real story is, but people were not very convinced that they should buy tickets last year because they weren't sure, one, if it did happen, how good the quality would be if these two people really hated each other. They're touring together. And two, there's a good chance that the tour would have fallen apart like it did before. But apparently they're good now because they're playing this show together too. And I think that's fucking awesome. In This Moment, Clutch and A Mice and Men also playing that day with Dance Gavin Dance, Red Sun Rising, and Escape the Fate. So some more bands that we usually see pop up into the festivals. I saw of Mice and Men last year with Five Finger Death Punch, and they put on a fun, solid set to keep the crowd entertained for a little while. Their music's not my thing, but since they're not a headliner or anything like that, they probably have a half-hour, 45-minute spot, and that they have no problem keeping people entertained during. And Escape the Fate plays festivals all the time, so that's not a surprise. Saturday is Disturbed, Mastodon, Killswitch Engage, Theory of a Dead Man, Atreyu, Starset, Memphis Mayfire, and Nonpoint. So we're really ending the weekend on a high point, which is awesome because the way I look at this, Friday looks awesome, Thursday looks awesome, Friday looks alright, not going to complain, and then Saturday looks awesome too. So you're starting on a high note, ending on a high note. I think that's a good way to do it. Disturbed is another one of these bands. They're doing a lot on the festival circuit, not just this year, but also in the past. They've been announced for Rocklahoma this year, and they've played there in the past too, because that's where I saw them. I actually saw them last time at Rocklahoma, co-headlining with Rob Zombie. So a lot of familiar faces on this one. And Theory of a Dead Man is coming back into relevance. I feel like they've played, they played Moonstock a couple years ago. They're playing more of these festivals. They did a theater tour not too long ago too, so cool to see them coming back. And yeah, Starset popping up on another festival one. I just talked about them. They're playing the Mexican the Domination Mexico, I believe that festival's called. And yeah, pretty solid picks this year from Rock USA. So if you're around Oshkosh, you should definitely go. Or even if not, this might be worth the road trip, because all the festival lineups that have come out so far, Rocklahoma is still my favorite, but this is pretty comparable. And yeah, it would be worth the road trip if you're down. So yeah, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Also, check out my Facebook page, facebook.com/concertaddiction, and never miss anything going on in the world of live music. I think I'm finally caught up on all my videos, so until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.